Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday, Friday. Gonna get down on Friday. Oh, yeah, you remember that song from Rebecca Black? Gotta bring it back. It's what, 6, 7 years ago now? Anyhow, it's Friday. And so on Friday, on this channel, we talk about our dreams and where we're going with our dreams. And if Rebecca Black's dream was to be a YouTube star, hey, she did it. She accomplished her dream. I don't know what your dream is, but it really doesn't matter what your dream is. We all have to ask ourselves these same questions about our dream. And so over the next few weeks, we're going over 10 questions. And you can watch last week's video determining if your dream is really your dream. Today we're talking about do I clearly see my dream? So the question I have to ask you today is, do you clearly see your dream? Do you know what your dream is? I was in an organization this last week and the dream was unclear. And when you're leading an organization and your dream is unclear, that we call that vision. The vision for the organization was unclear. And what happens with an organization when the vision is unclear is people tend to wander. They tend to drift. They tend to fill in the blanks themselves. And it also breeds a distrust. And not that you're untrustworthy, but when there's no vision in an organization, the people within the organization begin to say, I don't know if I have a future here. I don't know if I can move forward. So if you lead an organization, if you're a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur and you're wanting to have team members in the future, remember this. Remember this as you look at your dream and you begin to develop your dream. Remember that you've got to keep that vision clear and that dream clear within the hearts and minds of your employees, your team members. All along the way. So a great quote here from Peter Marshall. He says, give to us clear vision that we may know where to stand and what to stand for. And that's great. There's another quote, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything. And that is the reality of it when you don't have a clear vision of what is essential for you. So I'll just tell you for me, it is essential every day that I do a video, that I go live and I do a short video. I want to go a little longer today. I'm not really monitoring my time. I have an appointment in about 20 minutes, but it's right down the street, so I'm not worried about time. So I want to give a little more time. Maybe we'll go 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. But with me, every single day I want to do a video. I want to do a live video Monday through Friday where I can communicate and connect with you through these videos, share some content, and teach and train. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. I love to help people grow personally. And so this is an avenue where I can do that. I can use my gift, my passion, and I can put that forth. So that's one of my goals every single day. Another one is that I make 10 phone calls. If you watch my entrepreneur videos on Tuesdays, a lot of that has to do with sales. And if you're an entrepreneur, then you're a salesperson and you have to be out there promoting and selling your business. All that to say, those two things are essential. Every day, Monday through Friday, I've got to get those two things done. There are a multitude of other things that I could do that are great things to do, fantastic things to do, but they don't rank as essential. Those two things rank as essential. So no matter what, I have to get those two things done because I'm clear on what I know will build my business, build my brand, and also be good for my heart. It's good for my heart to teach on a regular basis. So the clarity question we're asking today, do you clearly see your dream? A couple things here when we talk about your dream, and I want to do a comparison between a general idea and a specific goal. A general idea and a specific goal. A general idea would be, I want to lose weight, right? I want to lose weight. I think right now as I'm recording this, it's December 15th. We're coming up on the new year, and everybody's like, in January, I'm going to start losing weight. Well, you'll probably forget by January, for one. And number two, if you say, I want to lose weight, then how long are you gonna work towards that dream? Because there's really no end in sight. It lasts forever or it doesn't. But if you have a specific goal in mind, So for me, I have a specific weight I want to weigh on January 1. January 1. And I'm close. I'm close. I'm within, the other day I weighed myself, I'm within 8 pounds of this goal. Now, I'm 22 pounds into this goal, right? So 22, 24 pounds into this goal. So I'm making headway, right? I'm making headway, and I have 16 more days to get it done because my goal ends on January 1. I want to be a certain weight on January 1. So why January 1? I could have said, before the holidays, before Christmas, and kind of pushed up the deadline. But I thought, if I do that, then I'll just make myself lose weight before the holidays, and then I'll gain half of it back during the holidays because I'll just let loose all the candy and different treats and cookies and all that kind of stuff around. Whereas if I have a goal for January 1 of what I want to weigh, then I have to be more disciplined throughout that time. And so now it's getting close. I got 2 weeks. I got 8 pounds. I got a lot of running. I got to eat a lot of vegetables, and to reach my goal. But I also want to maintain that weight. So it's a specific goal. So a general idea is I want to lose weight. A goal is I will weigh 185 pounds by June 1, or I will weigh 130 pounds by June 1 if you start right now. For me, it's like I said, I want to weigh 230 by January 1. So that's my goal. It's very specific. There is an end in mind. Now, the end for me is, and then I want to maintain that and reassess at that point and decide if I want to lose some more or what exactly my goals are at that point. So general versus specific. Here's another general goal. I need to treat my employees better. Maybe you're a business owner. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you are lead a team and you're in an oversight position. I want to treat my employees better. Yeah, I'm going to write that down as a goal. I want to treat my employees better in 2018. Oh man, that sounds great. Well, let's get specific. How about this? I will honor someone in the Monday staff meeting, every staff meeting for 52 weeks. I'll say something nice about one of my employees each week for 52. That's very specific. You can measure it. Remember SMART goals, right? It's definitely something you can achieve. So that's a realistic goal. That's clarifying this great idea. Earlier this week we talked about good intentions. This great idea, now you've clarified it, and you've gotten specific with that goal, and you can measure it, and you can figure out if you're doing well with it or if you're not cutting it. So you can assess, and then you can modify. How about another one? I want to get out of debt. I want to get out of debt. Yeah, wouldn't everybody say that? I mean, I wish I was debt free. Yeah, I wish some genie would come and grant me 3 wishes, right? I mean, that's about the same thing. You might as well say the same thing. I wish I would win the lottery, but I don't play, right? And I do not recommend playing. But I want to get out of debt. That's benign. That's not going to do anything. That's powerless. How about this? I will pay off all credit card balances by December 31st, right? Maybe you say 2018, I'm going to put together a plan December 31st. I'm going to do it. Now you start reverse engineering that. You have the goal, you have it set. Now you work backwards and you say, okay, if that's to happen, we have $12,000 in debt. Okay, we have to pay off $1,000 a month in debt. Okay, well, but we think we're going to get a tax return or something like that, or we think that we're going to get a bonus at Christmas, so we're going to be able to pay off, $3,000 with that bonus. So then we only have $9,000 spread out over 12 months. Okay, that gives us whatever, $750 a month, whatever it is. So you have to set a specific goal so you can begin to figure out how you're going to achieve that goal instead of setting the same goal. If you've set the same goal 5 years in a row, quit setting that goal. Quit setting it, because either it's not attainable or you just aren't serious about it. So quit setting that goal and set a new goal, a different goal. But don't keep setting yourself up for failure each year. Set a goal that you can attain, that you are serious about, that you're passionate about, that you're actually going to put into practice. How about this? I'd like to learn a language. I think it'd be great. I'd be a well-rounded person. All successful people, know a second language. Man, great, awesome idea. How about this? I'll study Chinese 1 hour a day this year. Whoa. Now you just got serious. I'll study Chinese 1 hour a day. How serious are you about? Because if you really want to learn that language, then you've got to get serious about it. You've got to get specific, and it's going to take time. I was listening to one of my mentors the other day, and he was talking about a golf coach that he knows. And whenever he's coaching someone, he doesn't have like a strict plan that when they come in, this is the plan, this is what they want to do. Their first lesson, he asks them questions. I think it's great. It's a coaching model. It's a coaching mindset. It's fantastic. But he says, so what are your goals? What are your goals with golf? And they say, well, I want to shoot whatever, 72 or, whatever. I'm not like super into golf. I like playing, but not super into it. So they say, I want to shoot a 72. Great. Then if you put in 2 hours each day from where you're at, then you'll be able to shoot a 72 by, 2 years from now. And they're like, yeah, maybe I don't want that. Maybe I just want to be, under 80. I want to shoot under 80, like on my best day. Like, great. If you put in 3 hours a week, you can get there in 2 years. Fantastic. And now they know exactly what they want because they've figured out, they've set a goal, and he can coach them and he can tell them what it's going to take. What's it going to take? What is it going to take to get where I want to go? But if you have these general ideas, these benign just statements that we all do at the beginning of the year, I want to lose weight. Yeah, I want to treat my employees better. Yeah, I want to learn a second language. Oh, yeah. Man, you're so awesome. You set a bunch of goals. That's so cool. Great. And your friends will pat you on the back. You're great. Awesome. And you'll feel good about yourself. And then 2 weeks in, you'll forget that you ever said anything because there was no power in that. But if you say, I'm going to study Chinese for an hour a day every day, I'm going to play golf for 2 hours every day for the next 2 years to get my golf game where I want it to be. That's a very specific goal that you either do it or you don't, but there's no gray area. And that's what we're talking about in the clarity question here. You've got to get very clear on your dream. I hope you're writing some stuff down. I hope that as we're looking at this and you're thinking about the new year, that maybe instead of just setting 10, generic, general goals, I want to be a better person in 2018. Dumb. That's stupid. How are you going to be a better person? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. That could mean 1,000 different things to 1,000 different people. No one would answer that question the same way. So what does it mean you want to be a better person? Tell me how. I want to volunteer more in a nonprofit. Whatever it is, you've got to determine what that is, get specific on it, bam, and then write it out and do it. Make it happen. So specific goals. Clarity question. What's your dream? Get clear. How are you going to make it happen? Okay. I ought to get in shape. We talked about this. Well, how are you going to do that? You're going to swim. You're going to run. You're going to do Pilates. You're going to do yoga. You're going to starve yourself. What are you going to do to get in shape? So CrossFit. Shout out to Corey Lee. And so you need to figure out what you're going to do. All right. How about this? I need to improve my leadership. Well, how are you going to do that? I need to improve my leadership. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos at the beginning of the year. Great, watch YouTube videos. Hope you're getting stuff out of this, but set a goal. So for me, I'm interested in real estate. I'm interested in investing in real estate, but I've set a goal. I said, you know what? For 5 years, I'm not going to invest in real estate. I'm just going to take 5 years to learn. And I just put it out there. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to watch a 5-minute video every single day. I'm going to watch a 5-minute video on investing in real estate. And I'm going to take time and I'm going to set aside cash and I'm going to have a plan and I'm going to know how to do it so that when I do it, I can hit the ground running. So what if I invested in tomorrow? I took a little bit of time, learned a little bit and then started investing tomorrow, but then went to the School of Hard Knocks for 4 years and then I could actually grow my business in real estate investment. How about this? How about I take the 5 years, I learn it, and then I can buy have one property for 1 year, test it out, put everything into practice, learn, not the School of Hard Knocks, the school of, this is about what I expected. Okay, that's a little bit different. Okay. Make some modifications, and then I can really take off with real estate investment because I took the time to learn, to save, to prepare, and I put together a plan. So same thing is true with leadership. So, okay, you want to be a better leadership person? Well, then on Wednesdays, watch my leadership training every single Wednesday. Watch the back ones. Join a mastermind group. I'm doing some trainings if you're in the Fort Worth area. I'm doing some leadership training. Kicking off in January 9th and 10th, 2018. I'll have 2 different options. You can go to my website and find out under the shop, drewtjackson.com. All that to say, something like that. If you're not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, find a John Maxwell coach in your area. I say John Maxwell coach because I know they're experts. Read a leadership book. John Maxwell has great books. There's tons of great leadership resources out there. Read a leadership book. Say, I'm going to finish one a month. for the next 12 months. 12 books in a year. I haven't read a book since college. Maybe that's your problem. You got to grow. You've got to continue to develop. If you want to get better, it's going to take energy. It's going to take effort. It's going to take you putting in some action, being specific, and then following through on those goals. So today, talking about the clarity question, and I don't know, maybe around 10 minutes, this video, a little bit longer than normal. But please comment in the comments below and tell me your questions. Share your dream. What are you working towards? I want to hear it. I want to get some dialogue going so we can communicate with one another. I'd love to answer your questions. I'd love for you to suggest some videos that you would like to see in my daily video vlog trainings that I'm doing. Go ahead, put in there, and then go ahead and subscribe so that you can see. You can get a notification when I go live, and you can jump on and get the training. So went a little long today talking about your dream. I love talking about your dream. Maybe we'll have to do a Saturday coming up and just talk for a couple hours on our dream and kind of where we're going and really dig into it with some specifics and have a blast. So I hope you're enjoying this. Hey, if you like it, share it on social media with your friends. Let's build this thing, get a community going, and help people accomplish their dreams. So thank you so much for joining in today. I'm going to go ahead and stop the live feed here, and you have a fantastic Friday, a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time. See you Monday.